It's by Mac. If you want to find out how I made this marshmallow mini cake, tropical theme cake, it was fairly simple. It's really easy to do. The only thing is a little bit time consuming. If you want to find out how I made this for my daughter's 9th birthday, and I did a real theme, so it was fairly tropical theme, and I did all this stuff, and I made a 3-tier cakes of this, and then I put it on this stand back here. That I got this at Michael's. All I did was cover it with this brown paper, and I, made it look like a tree-like theme. And in the background, if you guys can see those cardboard or paper flowers that I made as well, and then I covered the whole area and made it real tropical, and I'll post some pictures about that. So if you want to see how I made this cake.
Okay, the first thing we're going to need is a bag of mini marshmallows, some sprinkles, some green sprinkles, some Ready Whip, a cake pan 10 inches, Pam non-stick spray, 2 boxes of cake mix, 2 cups of water, 2/3 of oil, and 6 eggs. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is put the 2 cups of water into the container first. And the thing I like to do is add the water, maybe not all of it all together, but I like to add the water first because that way it won't stick to the bottom of the pan, and it's easier to get everything all nice and mixed. So we put the 2 bags of cake mix, and we're going to use the cake mix this time just to make it a little bit more simple because the decoration is a little bit more time consuming and all of that. So we'll add the eggs, get that going. Okay, as soon as we get that going, we're gonna add the oil, the 2/3 cups of oil, and get that mixing, and then speed it up a little bit. You want to make sure it's nice and mixed and thorough. So once the cake batter is done, we're gonna spray the non-stick spray into the pan. I like to use this Pam non-stick spray, but there's one with the flour for baking purposes, but this one just works just as well. I didn't have the other one. We're just gonna go ahead and pour it over into the mold. So what we're going to do is put it over a towel and have that pat it down a little bit to get all the air bubbles out and even it out. Now we're going to put it in the oven for 350 degrees for about 45 minutes or until done. So I just got the bowl out of the freezer, and I like to put it in the freezer because the Ready Whip, we have to whip it over a bed of ice, but since we have an electrical mixer, we don't need to do that. So I just eyeball it and just go ahead and mix that up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just go ahead and open the bottle of the whole sprinkles and then just pour it into the bowl, and just go ahead and just pour the whole thing in there. And this lid, I won't let me grab it. So we're gonna get the bag. Oh my god, like seriously. I'm just gonna open the mini marshmallow bag, and what the trick is for this whole cake is just cutting up the marshmallows, really. And it's just that, again, it's a little bit time consuming because we just have to cut the marshmallows, and the sticky part is going to adhere to all the sprinkles. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut probably about half a bag of this bag of marshmallows because this one was pretty big. So just go ahead and cut all the marshmallows first, and you can get some of your kids to help you and all that. That'll be great. So a little trick and tip I have is getting a clean rag, get it a little bit moist. Just clean off your scissors because it gets pretty sticky. So just go ahead and clean that off with the nice wet little rag and then clean the other side with the dry one. That way, you know, your marshmallows are not going to get all sticky on you. So we have the mixer going and we have the ready whip just about until we get its peak. We have the Wilton food coloring right here, and all we're going to do is just put a little bit of the Wilton food coloring in green just so it can blend in with your cake. So just put that a little bit in. This one's a little bit dry, so just make sure it's all nice. So we're just gonna cut our cake in half, and I just cut it in half this time with this little cake cutter. And all I'm gonna do, usually I cut the top part of it, but this time we need the little bolt on top. So all I'm gonna do is put the whipping cream in the middle. We're not gonna use the traditional border on this because why even bother getting another bag dirty, honestly, because we're just gonna really dirty ice this, and the same filling is gonna be on the top on the frosting. So we're just gonna quickly frost this, and it's just gonna be really simple and dirty ice on this. We don't want it to be perfect. All we want to do is cover the cake, that way we can adhere our marshmallows, and that's all what we really want to achieve on this one. So it doesn't need to be perfect. All you gotta do is, you know, make sure you cover the whole thing. It doesn't need to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be even or anything like that. Not for this cake anyways. So once we're doing that, I'm going to speed this up because it's going to take quite a while. So be patient on this part. You might want to grab a couple of your kids or your friends or something. This is going to be a little bit tedious, the part, and especially because they're mini marshmallows, but I wanted to get that effect of a tree. Tree leaves or little tree leaves and stuff. So all we're doing is just go ahead and just place that. You know, just keep piling and piling rows of your mini marshmallows, and it's nothing to it. It's just really, really time consuming. So be patient. Have a lot of time on your hands for this one, or have your kids help you out. Okay, so we're almost to the top. Well, we are at the top, obviously. We're just finishing this cake up. And I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit that what I topped it off with was those artificial flowers. You can get them anywhere. I got them at the dollar store because obviously it was for my daughter's birthday and I didn't want to spend that much money or even more time than I had to making any sugar flowers or anything like that. So all you gotta do is, you know, get your flowers, your artificial flowers, and get wire cutter and just cut these flowers and just place them in. They're already covered, so you don't need to fuss and muss with any covering of this. So all you gotta do is place them wherever you like. You know, freehand is not so much that you have to place them at a certain place. Just top them off on the top, put some on the sides, and that's really it. You don't have, I topped them off as well. You'll see on the picture I put some of the real characters on top, and that was it. That's all I did. So if you like this, continue. So what do you think about this cake, guys? Was it simple? It was super simple. It's easy to do, not so complicated. It's just a little bit time consuming, and I like the whipped cream because the whipping cream because it's not so sugary, and the marshmallows, if you guys like Peeps, it's gonna taste like Peeps. So if you guys liked and found this video useful or entertaining or learned something, please subscribe. Oh, I just said something about the favorite person I always like to watch. But if you'd like to see more tutorials about this cake or any other suggestions you guys have, please like and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you guys at the next time.